Hi there, Harley Sawyer here. How's it going? Hope you are doing well. In this video, I'm going to explain the story of 911 series, one of the most wondered about and one of my favorite stories. Enjoy watching. The story of 911 consists two parts, known as 911 Cannibal and 911 Prey, offering us a puzzle, survival, and horror escape adventure. This horror series, released by Euphoria Games, used to released by Zembrian Studio as Bone Lover in September 2022. The game was developed using the source code of Metal Horror Escape, and its similarity to Metal has always intrigued players. When the game first came out, people called it Metal's copy, because the game resembled Metal in every way. The main villain, the place where the game set in, the game mechanics, etc. The developer of Bone Lover sometimes made minor changes to the game. There was only one reason for this. There were going to be more chapters in the game. According to the story, there were going to be more than 2 chapters. In late 2022, Euphoria Games purchased Bone Lover. The game was turned into 911 Cannibal, as we know today. The first chapter of the 911 series, known as 911 Cannibal, released on January 21, 2023. The game was a remaster of Bone Lover, but it retained much of what Bone Lover had. The biggest change in 911 Cannibal was the appearance of the main villain. The old appearance of the villain resembled a doctor, but the new appearance resembles an average American male. A pig mask symbolizing cannibalism was added to give the character a horror theme, and a bit of blood on his clothes. I have explained how the game got to this point. Now let's get to the main story. Why is the main villain, known as Frank Flowers, doing all this? What's his purpose? According to in-game details, Frank had a difficult childhood and wasn't well liked by his parents due to his aggressive nature and a tendency to harm living creatures. Frank moved to Minnesota after turning 18, hoping for a free life, leaving his controlling parents behind to get rid of them. It's quite clear that Frank isn't a Christian. But I'll come back to that later. Frank's sanity was never sound. Kidnapping people and turning them into his dinner was truly horrific. Frank's urge to kidnap people clearly proves he is a potential kidnapper and a serial killer. We learn more about Frank in the second chapter of the series, 911 Prey. The second chapter was released on July 24, 2023, and contains more than the first chapter. I said Frank wasn't Christian. The biggest proof of this is that Frank read mythology books and obeyed them. In the second chapter, there is a note where the key fell into the acid, and on the back of that note, we see the words false prophet from the book of Revelation and mythology. Generally, people who read and obey both mythology and Revelation books at the same time are those who don't believe in Christianity and follow the laws of the devil's Bible. Frank has set himself a code and has progressed thanks to this code. We learn from a newspaper in one of the kitchen drawers that Frank has committed evil ritual in the past. The people Frank killed weren't limited to the ones who he kidnapped. Burning down the house of a man named Harry Bates Jr. and killing him was another unbelievable incident. Harry Bates Jr. was a mechanic carpenter, and he wasn't married. Yes, we learn about all the things Frank has done through in-game details, but I haven't mentioned that there is more information about Frank and the other characters.
911.
Well, we called to say that our friend went missing.
You want to report a missing person?
Yes, but it's not been 24 hours and stuff.
You don't need to wait 24 hours to inform us about a missing person.
Oh, great.
Where are you now?
Home. 343 Maple Street.
Was he last seen at this address?
Yes. No. I don't know.
Do you have any adults near you?
No, they went out for the weekend. Well, we were partying. We were resting at my house, and then Tyler went to the store to get some soda. It's been 2 hours and he's still out. There's a blizzard outside.
What's the name of the missing person?
Tyler Bones.
I got it. Stay on the line. I will contact the police.
Police? No.
911, how can I help you?
I just killed 2 people.
Who did you kill?
I don't know. They just got in my car.
They got in your car?
Yeah.
Where are you now?
I'm on the highway.
Are those 2 with you?
No, not anymore.
Where are they?
Well, they are with me physically, but in their soul they're not.
How did you kill them?
With a knife.
Do you still have the knife?
Well, it's somewhere in the car. I can look for it.
I don't want you to look for it. Do you still have it?
Can't you hear me? I told you, it's in the car!
What's your name? Are you still there?
Yes.
What is your name?
Come on. I've just killed 2 people.
Why did you kill them?
I think the Lord wanted it.
The Lord wanted it? On which highway are you now?
I think it's all Black Mafia's doing.
Sir, let me see if I got it right. You were talking to your neighbor about the missing children. Then a black man passed by, and he gave you a suspicious and spiteful glance?
Exactly.
911?
I can't find my daughter.
When was the last time you've seen her?
We were at a park. I stepped away and people said she got into some car.
How old is she?
She's 11 years old. It wasn't that kidnapper, was it?
At what park did it happen?
Greenwood Central Park. I'm calling from a payphone at another entrance.
What was she wearing?
She was wearing... give me a second. She was wearing a light gray jacket and dark pants. I don't really remember.
Okay, ma'am, stay on the line. I will contact the police right away.
Deep green jacket with a hood and gray trousers. Light blonde hair up to the shoulders, around 5 feet high. A birthmark on the cheek under the left eye.
When was the last time you saw him?
I'm not sure. 2 days ago? Yeah, it was Monday.
Ma'am, it's Friday.
Oh.
Sir, I understand that you're worried.
The fuck you understand? It's been a week! A week! What the hell you are doing there? Eat your fucking donuts on my taxes!
Sir, please.
And my boy is out there suffering! My only boy!
Sir, he's the only one I have left.
And my daughter invited him to the abandoned shack near the lake.
And why did your daughter call him there at night?
For no reason, Mandy, just... It was just a prank.
The audio recordings you just listened to were about Frank and the other kidnapped children. But the other 2 audio recordings I found are entirely related to Frank and his evil deeds. Let's listen.
911, where is your emergency?
Hello, 112 Coral Street, apartment 50. There are children shouting here on the street.
Children shouting.
Yes, like someone is being stopped. At first, I thought that it's the young people going crazy. But then I heard about the kidnapper on TV and...
What's your name, ma'am?
Melissa Cranston. C-R-A-N-S-T-O-N.
Ma'am, did something happen?
They have stopped shouting.
Ma'am, a police car will be there in 10 minutes.
Служба 911. 911. Какая у вас чрезвычайная ситуация? Вы меня слышите? Ответьте, пожалуйста, вы меня слышите? Если вы меня слышите, нажмите 4. Повторяю, если слышите меня, нажмите 4.
Теперь не убежать.
Вы меня слышите? 911, если вы в опасности.
Извините. Ложный вызов.
Есть информация, откуда звонок? Уайт Спрингс, Миннесота. Это не то, что рядом с Гринвудом? Вот дерьмо.
According to the 2 secret audio recordings we listened to, Frank was noticed several times by people. Melissa Cranston noticed him and his evil deeds and called 911. In the first secret audio recording, Melissa Cranston heard the shouting of the other children Frank had kidnapped. But in the second secret audio recording, Jacob, the protagonist, called 911 from Frank's phone in the kitchen while escaping from the house, but the operators didn't have time to take the call. When the operator did answer, Jacob had managed to get out of the house and activated the front doorbell. Frank approached the phone, said, "Sorry, false call," and hung up. But the operator realized the call was from Light Springs, Minnesota. This is a controversial topic. Many people say Frank was poisoned and died in 911 prey, while others say Frank didn't die, he was only poisoned, and the story could continue from where it left off. So what is the real truth? The real truth is that if Yaroslav Agafonov, the owner of the original story and former owner of the 911 series, and the developers of Euphoria games reach an agreement, a third chapter may be released. But Frank's death by poisoning in 911 prey makes some sense. Frank, if we put poisoned cheese in his soup, goes to the bathroom and vomits, and after vomiting, his voice stops. This means he is dead or his condition has worsened. So, until the third chapter begins developing, we have to accept that Frank is dead. There's no such thing as the third chapter will never come. It all depends on the developers.